Where is...
What's up, everyone? This is Jay Wicker with Real Estate Aholics. And as you guys can see, we got the guys back at it, man. What's up, guys?
Hey,
What
what's
up,
going
Jay?
on?
Man, it's a good day to be alive, man. Good day to be alive.
Definitely is,
So
man.
t-
Definitely is.
tell us where you're logging in from, what you do, and all that good stuff.
Guys, what's up? My name's Lenny. I'm in Springfield, Mo. I'm a wholesaler, buyer, holder, investor. I'm actually standing in front of a property. I'm going to take you guys into the night. A new property that I just got under contract. I got it under contract because I got the buyer for it already. We flew an Oregon buyer in. He wants the property. Um, Stay tuned.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what's up, Jarrell?
What's up, guys? What's going
Not
on?
much, brother. Not much.
What's up, Jarrell?
Yum day.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So you,
sir.
Jay?
You got a
Uh,
property, huh?
yeah, he keep his standing field, bro. He go get it.
Yeah.
So you,
Uh,
Jay?
Jason Sims, man, out of Dallas, Texas. Um, real estate aholics all day.
All
All
day,
day.
man. So you, Jarrell, where you calling in from? What do you do? All that good stuff.
All right, Jarrell Mattis out here in Atlanta, the investors broker, fund uh, real estate deals ranging from fix and flips all the way to multifamily refinances and such. So come on here to spend some time. Let's go. It's fellowship.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're gonna put the spotlight on you, bro, as you go to your property. Tell a little bit about your property, your deal, and all that good stuff, man. Let me see. There we go.
No
There you
doubt, no doubt. Yeah. What's up, it's your man Lenny? I just got some traffic coming past,
Oh, it's all good.
so what up, guys? It's your man Lenny, man. I'm right here in Springfield, Mo, and I'm about to take you inside this 2-1 that I just locked up for an out-of-state buyer. Um, guys, we actually got this property here from actually I think I got this from Zillow. I actually got this probably from Zillow. I actually did. So anybody talking shit about the fishbowl, so we talking about the fishbowl, because I got a buyer for this fishbowl already. But
Yeah,
guys, the property did fail. MLS listing. This is where I got it from. It was a failed listing, right? So you guys filling out those filters on whatever system you're looking for, make sure you guys get those MLS failed listings inside. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take y'all inside this joint really fast and see you guys, let you guys see what this old two family old school joint is actually working with. Had the contractors come by today, give a whole estimate about the roof, everything. We got a plumber coming back. Once the plumber comes back, as you see the squatters painted the door, they did us a favor, okay? They changed the door. You know what I'm saying? Squatters did us a favor. So, Squatters actually broken this twice. This thing's been broken twice since I've had it under contract.
yeah.
She's actually been broken into twice since I had it under contract. This is actually one of the first bedrooms of the property. It's actually a second door there. Don't know why it's a second door there, right? Because you guys know I just came in the door,
Yeah.
right? So second door right here. Weird, right? So
Gotta have an
obviously
escape
we go.
hatch, man. So
I'm thinking, we're gonna wall that off, make sure nobody ever knew a door existed. Um,
So
Coming back
was that
through.
a duplex or something at one time, or was that the back door?
Yeah, I really don't know. No, the back door is actually in the back.
Okay,
So
so
that's
that was
what's
the
so
second door to
crazy.
the first. That's the
Yeah,
first.
that's
That's
what's
the,
so crazy about that, right? So now this is the kitchen. Buyer wants to do minimum work in the kitchen. Kitchen's not really that bad. Polish these cabinets up, flooring, whatever, sand everything down. They're gonna repaint everything, put new flooring in. This is my alarm system. I said they busted up. This is my alarm system. They busted up when they broke in. It's so crazy because the first time they broke in, it wasn't no microwave. Second time, they was in this bitch cooking. Like
Yeah.
they brought a microwave with them the second time. So I actually had to drill this up on the back door today. Drill that up. We still got the fresh water boy heater. Everything working. You guys see the lights, the plumbing, everything. This bathroom is trash. This place will need a new bathroom. It definitely needs a roof. That's from the roof. Need new vanity, sink, new toilet, everything. Surprisingly, this place has new to decent windows in most of it. Most of it has new to decent windows. But yeah, guys, I picked this deal up from the buyer. Hold on, what the fuck going on? So I picked this deal up from the seller for a little less than what he had posted it for, and I ended up selling it for basically what he posted for to our town buyer. So guys, that's pretty much it, man. It's a nice little 2-1. Definitely has a huge backyard. Take you guys to that backyard.
So what is that? Probably what 800 square foot?
This is actually 720.
720?
700. Actually, my bad. 784.
Okay, yeah, about 8. Yeah.
Yeah, 784 square feet. Long.
Well, I've been doing it so long, I can kind of eyeball it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy. Yeah, I figured something like that.
That's magical.
Yeah, man.
So we go through here. They just took all that out the bathroom. Obviously, that tub, back in the house from here. But if I come to the far corner on this side, man, you guys should literally see that backyard. Backyard.
That's pretty big, man.
Backyard is humongous, man.
I look like an up north backyard, man. The trees hanging like that,
Fenced in. That's fenced in. It's fenced alongside here. All this has to be replaced, obviously. But
about the garage again. When you say about the garage?
Oh yeah, now the garage, they want to knock the garage down, but my dude wants to actually make it structurally sound. He don't want to knock it down, but we got the homie Kai, and Kai got his team, Kai Burton Investments. They'll come knock this thing down for a little, next to nothing, man. But they're not cheap though, but they'll still knock it down for a little next to nothing. So we might have a homie come knock that down and just redo the driveway, because they literally kind of redid the driveway, but not this part. They put in new sidewalks on the street all the way up, down the block. For real, this is where this coming from. So basically, they just do a little patchwork here, get a better driveway going. You know what I mean, on both sides, but they did new driveways all the way down. The whole street getting better, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the whole street is literally getting better. So, like I said, they rehabbing that one, they cleaning that one out now.
So that's a good look though. They rehabbing that one right next door to it, right? And the one down the street too?
Yeah, and the one across the street, they rehabbing that one too as well. There's another one down there they rehabbing too. So the block's coming up. The block is definitely coming up, man. I love to be a part of the renovation. Helping people be able to, helping investors help people build their property values up just by beautifying the neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's another part of what people don't, and the job generation that wholesaling brings, right? Because once we close on this deal, painters get paid, plumbing guys get paid, electrical guys get paid. So everybody get paid. We just ain't out here for us to get paid. Once we close the deal, everybody get paid.
Title company, everybody.
Exactly.
Now, what's a great thing he just said too, guys, is that he's dealing with an out of town buyer, right? So if you guys are doing wholesaling in your area, out of town buyers need people on the ground, right? Exactly. So you got people that don't live in your city or state or whatever. Find a way to tap into those people who are buying in your city and state, right? And you can do deals, man.
Yeah. Half the deals are fun and actually out of state from the client.
Yeah.
Nowadays, man.
Congratulations on this one, bro.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
Tell them one more thing for me. Tell them how important that lockbox is on that door.
Oh yeah, so I was just talking about. I was having another guy was telling me. I was just telling Jay before the show started that one of my guys I teach how to do this. He was telling me that he had to wait until this person let him in, and this person let him in, and this person let him in. And I was letting him know, like, you got to have an access clause somewhere in your contract that allows you to put a lockbox on the property, so you can go in and out of the property at reasonable hours. Your contract says reasonable hours. So even if you don't have that clause in your contract, put it in the additional notes at the bottom of your contract. Put that in additional notes at the bottom of your contract, and to make it even better, less pain on the buyer. Let them know that you're gonna buy the lockbox yourself.
Yeah. Now, listen, that is important. Because you don't want to have to be bothering the owner, man. That person working a 9 to 5, and whenever you got to have somebody come through there, and he got to stand there and watch. You want to take it out of his hand as quickly as possible. Like, I've done this too, where on properties that I'm wholesaling in different states that I've never even seen before, but that's in my contract. So based on my contract, it says you're gonna put a lockbox on there and give me the code, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna knock this thing out because I have roofers come through to price things. You know what I'm saying? I run it all down, and once it's in the contract, bro, we don't have no issue because the lock is really inexpensive. You know what I'm saying? So that's a jewel, man. You definitely got to get that, guys. Any questions, guys? With Liddy on that property?
Yeah, I'm about to start driving. I mean, you have to bundle up the numbers for him as far as me and whatnot, or he did his own due diligence for my
property. Say it one more time, Lenny. Say it one more time, Jarrell.
I said, did you bundle it up for him as far as the prospects for the numbers, or did he do his own due diligence?
Yeah, man. Since he was out of town, and I know the market really well, I just go ahead and went, put the contractors in line for him, put the contractors in place, make sure everybody came through, gave him the quote. We got the local lender, which most of these guys use as they money guy, which is Jordan Johnson at Old Missouri Bank. So they use those guys a lot, but I ran my comps. Put the guys together for the buyer. Like I said, he's an out of town buyer, so unfortunately he only had a few days to come down because he's a state employee. He only had a few days to actually come down and see a few properties. And we literally was up. We was up like, dude, we had left the house at like 6 a.m. only because one buyer was like, oh, y'all can come. One seller was like, oh, I got stuff to do, so y'all can come by at 6:30 in the morning. So we went over there at 6:30 in the morning then. So so we was there from like 6 in the morning. I want to say like 8 at night. We pretty much drove all over Southwest Missouri. Dude, we probably drove about 500 miles trying to find some more properties. And then this one ended up landing in my hand as soon as the man get on the plane.
The reason why that's important, though, you can take some Jews from that is this. Was this your first time meeting that particular buyer?
I mean, I had met him on Facebook through Bobby Cole, through Robert's friend. You said they have known each other for over 30 years.
Okay.
So I got introduced with Bobby. But as far as me and him putting it like this is the buyer's first investment property.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. But now what happened is, once you do this deal and he see how you work, you see how he work or whatever, he more willing to trust you on different things. You say, hey, I got another property that I'm interested, that you may be interested in. Here's my contractors. Everything will run a lot smoother. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. All day long. Yeah. Give it to him on the plate.
Absolutely,
I mean, it's very, very often that you sell a wholesale property, and the person that bought that property, and watch 9 months, a year down the line, 6 months down the line, they're calling you saying, hey, before I start looking again, I want to see if you have anything on your hands. Absolutely. Each and every one of them, because I mean, they remember that easy picking they got from you,
Yeah, man. Absolutely. That's huge, man. That's huge, man.
You definitely start building relationships like that and future deals, organically.
Exactly.
Just through doing transactions also, guys. So all about getting the knowledge and the resources and time to invest in doing the real estate, and you got it.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of different things that you can do when it comes to this real estate game. You know what I'm saying? And it's a people business, guys. I can't really emphasize that enough, man. You got to be willing to go that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? To get these deals done. Like this particular property is not really in this neighborhood, but he took the time to go out there to do what he had to do for this particular seller, and make sure you reiterate that to the seller. Look, I had to do this or whatever the case is.
Oh yeah,
now he trusts you,
this thing clear on the other side of town.
Yeah,
clear way. This thing clear on the other side of town.
Yeah.
But
but
and,
it's kind of like
but
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Go ahead. No, I was saying it's kind of like what I said earlier about finding the buyer, finding the lender, then finding the buyer, then finding the actual inventory. Sometimes
Right.
it goes like where now you're more pointed in your direction as far as what you're looking for, and also have a mature person with the bag that can come to the table and close that transaction if it's not yourself.
Exactly. And then what's so sweet about this buyer is he's buying the house cash and then just getting the rehab loan, right? So this thing's not contingent on the loan. It's not contingent on an inspection. None of that. As soon as the plumber go by tomorrow and give him the price for the plumbing, I'm sending in, he's signing the assignment agreement tomorrow. And, escrow's already open. So hopefully it won't take me too long, next 4 or 5 days to close this thing up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cash deal.
Yeah. Pretty sweet, yeah. I made $4,000. I made $4,000 in 6 days.
Yeah.
You can't really. You can't. Yeah, you couldn't hire me nowhere. Yeah, you couldn't hire me for that.
Yeah, man. So this is why this business is so lucrative, man. You know what I'm saying? You can really get it. So imagine if you got 3 or 4 of these deals going at one time, or 5 or 6 of these deals going at one time. You can make some really good money, man, in a short period of time.
I'm actually tell my cousin to watch tonight because he just hit me up out of the blue last night and said, man, I want to make a switch. I want to, and I'm really interested. He knows a lot about real estate because he's a contractor himself. So
nice.
I was telling him, wholesaling is where you would want to gain your grassroots about how to do real estate and also to make some very good money. So just hearing your story and walking through a house like that, I'm sure he's going to be he'll be interested, in seeing the proof. Of course, he's seen it from me, but seeing that, hey, I'm even talking to him right now at the house, selling it to a first-time buyer, bro. All he got to do was look at Zillow for a little bit of time, right, Lenny?
Yeah. I literally saw it. I saw it, right? Like I saw the property, and then I went on the other properties because I had talked to the realtor and everything, and I went on the other properties, and then I saw it again off market. And I was like, wait, shit. I did talk to these people about this property. And that was literally my text to the seller. Say, hey, man, I had spoken to your realtor about this property, yada, yada, yada. I see y'all took it off market. I didn't know, I didn't know if you guys had decided to keep it, rehab it. Do you still want to sell it? He was like, yeah, I'll sell it. What you give me for it?
And there it is. You in there now. You know what I'm saying? You're persistent. That's how you do it. But it's a lot of ways, man, to find deals like without spending a lot of money. I'm gonna try to pull up different things that we can actually do too. So yeah, if you're a contractor, if you know this skill, if you have this skill, say it again.
I think Lenny got one mute.
Oh yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. I hear a lot of feedback.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. If you're a contractor and if you learn the skill of wholesaling, you'll be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll really be all right, bro. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, Lenny will have to do the walkie-talkie thing to talk. That's all. You gotta try and beep in to talk. Put it on.
Whatever you want to talk, just pop in. So. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. So I was trying to hit you up a little earlier too, Jarrell, man. I wanted to see what's the process of getting what's the process from beginning to end on how to get a loan with you?
Okay.
Like,
all right. So
first, I got a property that I want to purchase.
Okay.
Like, what do I do now?
All right. So you have to know about 4 important details if it's in regards to a fix and flip. You gotta know the purchase price. Now, of course, you don't have it under contract yet, so that can be the most you would offer for it. Okay, or what you would hope to get it under contract for. All right. Second, you need to know an estimate. And mind you, I said estimate of the repair cost. Okay. Third, you'll need to know the as-is value with some lenders. That's the current value of the property. And then most importantly, not most importantly, but that's very important, is the ARV. Okay. How much will it sell for after you put the renovations that you're speaking of into the property? Okay.
Well, quick question for you. Was that something you will help me with?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a contractor. I'm not a realtor.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't want to lead you. I stay in my lane, especially markets. That's something that's very specific. Rehab costs, value, very specific. So you would want professionals, if you're not one yet, to assist you in gaining that information. Okay. I would recommend that. I'm not the professional for that. Gotcha. So with that information, I'll be able to get you loan terms. So I'm a broker. So I work with several lenders that fund nationwide, and some local niche markers, like niche lenders that I work with. So upon getting the details of the deal, I will then be able to provide loan terms as options, different lenders that will fund your deal in the summary of your loan that you would get for your deal. Now, I underline this emphatically. The loan summary that I give you is based on your information you provided us, your credit score, your history, as far as, I'm not history like your background, nothing, but like say your experience. That's what I mean. If you're saying you have done flips before or bought rental properties before, it has to be within 3 years. So those are transactions within 3 years, I'm saying. So you will want to be very specific and honest on those details, how much your credit score is. If you don't know, go find out before you talk to me.
So is a loan based off my credit, or is it based off the property?
It could be based off, it's not based off of your credit's qualifications, basically. Base qualifications means like a lot of lenders don't work with anyone under 600 credit score. And as long as you're above that, then you qualify.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what makes your deal contingent, like as far as levels, whether loan to value, interest rate, whatever, is your credit score matched with your experience. Okay. So unfortunately, there's no shortcuts here in lending. If you don't have any experience, then you're pretty much going to get the lower tier of loans, but you are going to be able to get a loan. That's the good news. Okay.
Well, question. Okay.
Funded for you. Like
so, if I don't have any experience, right?
Okay.
How do I get that? How do I get experience if I don't have?
By paying.
Like, I know the answer to the question, right? But I'm trying to ask you the question like I don't know anything, right? Yeah. So if I want to get in this business but I don't have no experience, how do I supposed to get that and get a loan from you?
Well, you definitely want to work within it's capital. Getting loans, you have to have capital. I don't have 100% funding. Only time I have 100% funding is for experienced investors, where I can marry gap funding to fund the entire loan that you need for the deal cost. Okay. But for someone new, you don't have a gap. You don't have a primary, a private money lender. So you're at behest of the loan terms for individuals with no experience. I mean, it gets worse where lenders, a lot of lenders don't even work with new investors. You have to have experience. So unfortunately, there's no way around it. Like I was saying earlier, there's no shortcut. You're going to have capital. If you don't have capital, then sharpen your blade with wholesaling and raise that capital while you're raising that capital, then you'll be able to tack down a deal by for yourself. But so basically what I'm saying is it's not that bad either. You may get 85% of the purchase price and 100% of the rehab. So at a new investor. So with that being said, you're coming to the table with 15% of the purchase price. Okay. Yeah. Look at that number, 15% of the purchase price. Look at your bank account, see how much money you have. Then that will tell you what market you should be looking at properties in. If you have just 15,000, if I'm telling you that you're going to be coming to the table with 15%, then you don't want to look at $300,000 properties, because you won't afford the down payment. So there's all different types of markets, sometimes not very close to you. You may stay in a 200,000, 300,000 area. So you may have to go a few cities away and do your investments in that area, because those are the liquidable loan amounts that you're going to be requested to have, and that's liquidable capital that you're going to be requested to have. So with all those things marrying, where I show you terms where you're getting, you got to bring 20,000 to the table. At that time, we'll start with the loan process. Get your paperwork in processing. Now, this is when everything is really important as far as the numbers you gave us. At that time, your credit score is going to be either soft pulled or sometimes a hard inquiry is done. It's going to have the appraisal that's going to take place to verify the as-is value with some lenders, or always the ARV in fix and flip deals with on the appraisal. And then it's going to move past those when we come back with that ARV that is in line. Doesn't have to be exact, because that ARV you gave us at first was an estimate. So it can be off some and still the loan terms won't change. It just can't be 40,000 off of $100,000 deal or $200,000 deal. So there's levels to it, but you would get your appraisal back, verify, and that's also for your knowledge to verify what your realtor has been saying about the ARV to you, what you've been suggesting what the ARV is. Now, an appraiser feels that yes, that home will be worth $200,000 if you put this work into it, that they're looking at off your budget. So at that time, we hit the closing table, man. And close on your deal. And most times you're coming to the table with 15%, which then you add the renovation to it. You're coming to the table with maybe 10% or less of the deal cost. Because you got to remember, in fix and flips, there's the purchase and the repair. It doesn't, unless you're going to keep it as it is, you have to add that repair cost into your deal. So that's how much it actually costs to do this entire deal. Okay. And coming out with you getting funded 90% of that, that's if your first deal, that's a good deal, and then it only gets better from there with the better loan to values that you'll get offered from banks, as long as you keep your credit score up too. Credit score doesn't matter, no matter how much experience you have. I've experienced, and that's about it, man. It's about a 21-day process.
21 days? Okay. That's
21-day process. You get to go. A lot of things, there's only things that are really contingent on is the third party into businesses that are involved in loans, like the appraisal company, the title company, or your closing attorney.
Beyond your control. Yeah.
It's out of our control how long their turnaround time is. Of course, we always want the fastest turnaround time, but in the refi boom that was happened last summer, not this summer, but last summer, 2021, all through that, man, it was crazy getting appraisals. Take like almost 7 weeks to get appraisal. So, because all across the country, it was felt like. So
I would say this.
I found this on the web.
For any new person, man, who's looking to get funding to do a fix and flip, what I would recommend in that situation is leverage somebody else's experience. Mm-hmm. Right. Definitely. So get somebody who's actually done it, right, and get beside them. Because you don't really want to be practicing with your money, right? somebody who's been doing it and leverage that person's experience. Maybe y'all do 50-50 on it or whatever the case is. If it's a good deal, I don't see nobody turning it down. Right? Yeah. You'll have a lot of people want to go in with you. Once you get your couple of those deals under your belt and you understand how everything works, now you can take that paperwork, over to Jarrell and say, look, I've done this. So now the process, you understand the whole process now. It's a little bit more easy for you.
Or you can maybe like say a contractor, or you've heard of a contractor. You have a full relationship with a contractor that does, your job you're doing is kind of small. You can't afford how much he charges for him to do that job, right? You may can charge pay him. I give you $2,000 to be my project manager and check on the property every few weeks and give you full disclosure of what the breakdown of the rehab renovation plans are. So you have someone experienced vested in your success, and they want to see because now he's thinking like I can get an extra $2,000 just by running by this guy's house 2 times a week and talking to him for and making sure his stuff goes straight. I'm not taking you're not putting any responsibility on him per se, more so than a partner, but also employing people that are professionals will also help if you can't find someone to partner with you. Just making sure that professionals are involved in what you're doing, leads often to you making the right decisions or getting the right advice at the right time. Exactly. Right at the wrong time. That's the worst. That's like after it happened, then you're like, oh man, now I found it.
What'd you say, Lenny?
Yeah, that's what I was, just to piggyback off what Jarrell was saying. The one deal that we actually closing on, the lender told me 21 days left, like a few days ago. But, somebody had messed up the paperwork, but that's a long story short. But, yeah, man, like I said, this year is the first year that I started trying to buy real estate. So I ain't never flipped no house before. Like I worked in a house where, my homie was flipping it, or we was working on a house together and somebody was flipping it. But that doesn't, equate from my experience as far as, the money management, the rehab management, all that stuff that the owner had to go through, right? And then, at that point in time, I had like 5 credit cards down. So I ain't had the credit to put on the deal at all. So that goes back to what Jarrell was saying. I ended up getting a credit partner and a down payment partner, with just flip experience to help me close this deal.
Mm-hmm. No, now you said something about gap funding. You broke that down to
say that one more time, Lenny.
You kind of
right. But gap funding name a couple things like secondary financing. It's that 15% that I was speaking about. It's that coverage for that amount that would normally be your down payment. A junior lien, a second position gap lender, PML, all synonymous, will fund that part of the loan in junior lien position because the hard money lender that's giving you the 85% of the purchase and 100% of the rehab cost is the majority first position lien. Okay. So with that being in place, you now, with just that 15% is as their loan amount, you could cover the purchase and your responsibility, your down payment by the loans and not have to pay any money out of your pocket essentially to own that property, because you're buying the property. They're on the lien, just like any mortgage company. They're lien holders, on that property, and you have mortgage payments or interest payments to pay to them monthly or at the sale of the property. I'm not trying to generalize because all deals and negotiations are different. So I'm not going to always say that second position loans are paid at the end, because it's depend on the negotiation between you and that private money lender. But that's typical. I would recommend that if I was an investor. But don't be surprised if you hear someone saying the latter. And that's about it, man. So, if you have experience, definitely stay in tune with people that want to make money off of their money, because they're looking for someone that has experience, to invest with.
Absolutely, man. You knocked that out of the park, man. Salute to you. Absolutely, man. So you guys, you see, man, got a whole lot of knowledge, man. So you guys looking to do some fix and flip, man, definitely reach out to him, man. You see his email right there, ready to go.
BPI Quick Loans, guys. BPI Quick Loans at Gmail. Just hit me up anytime. I get back to you quickly. If any questions, no questions to, not I don't like to say a stupid question. It's a stupid question, you don't ask it. That's my opinion. And you're dealing about real estate. Because all about knowledge gained in this. I mean, every one of us are only making money at what we do because over the years we acquire knowledge.
Facts.
So
I would say if you're not asking questions, you're losing.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that, man. You can't come out the womb knowing everything about real estate. That ain't how that works. And that's like a doctor, right? When he first become a doctor, man, he's asking, hey man, what I do in this situation? Probably continuously through his career. The stuff that comes up, you know what I'm saying?
They're always researching. They have to. Yeah. Always in seminars, getting new information, new practices and stuff. It's an ongoing learning. Your career is ongoing as far as learning on how to actually do it efficiently. And you start somewhere. And that's where a lot of our viewers are at the beginning. But there's nothing to fret, because it just takes you actually stepping out of your comfort zone. You're going to ultimately gain experience.
Facts.
It's just organically,
yes, sir.
And do it better and swifter. So yeah, man. But what's the topic for next week, though? Let's get something.
I want to put together this REIT, man. That's for sure. I definitely want to do that, man. I want to. We got Lovey jumping in. What's up, Johnny?
What's going on, fellas?
Not much, brother. Not much.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm blessed. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive, man. Just busy. So I guess that's the reason why I say I'm blessed, because my schedule could be empty, and that could be a drought. So we just gonna thank the Creator for the time.
The blessings, man. The blessings, man. Real talk. That's what they are, the blessings, man. Because someone calling you just out the blue and saying, "Hey, I got this deal." Any resource you had to call you, every customer is a blessing. Because I was 5 minutes before you called. I had no idea you were gonna call. And
it was. Hey, what's going on?
Like a lead, you had no idea you want to find that house tonight when you turned on MLS, or you didn't know that bandit sign that you put out was actually going to find a seller. It's blessings, bro. And you got to be out there. You got to be in the business and out there to receive them, man. That's all.
So I'm gonna show you guys a couple ways to find some real estate leads, man. They don't really cost you any money. Let me see here. Let me see what I do here. Let's see if I can share my screen now, man. Got a lot going on over here, bro. Let me see here. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, cool. Well, of course, you want to get with some other wholesalers, right? You always can do JV deals, right? Basically go onto some social media sites, man, different states of other wholesalers, man, and see who's posting some deals or whatever the case is, right? And you can reach out to them, let them know you got buyers, if they got properties. You marry that thing together, and everybody can win, right? You can literally do that from your cell phone, right? And Inspired Listings. I know we talked about that a little earlier. I think, Larry, with realtors, right? You pull up in your town, man. Top real estate agents in your area, right? Now, every realtor have Inspired Listings, right? There's no realtor is able to close every single deal that they ever come across, right? What I normally do, I have my sister to do, is to reach out to them and basically, hey, I see that you're on social media, these different sites. I see you out there killing it. What do you do with your Inspired Listings? Well, I got one right here, right? I tell you what, send me over your Inspired Listings, and if I close one, I'll give you $1,000 or $1,500 per deal that I actually closed. Now, the great thing about dealing with that realtor at that time, right? They have the owner's name, their number, the address, what they originally wanted for it, all that good information, right? And if you are a creative wholesaler, which you can do subject to owner finance, all these other different type of things, what that realtor cannot offer, you can actually close that deal if that person's really motivated, right? So you can actually do that across the country, sitting from your cell phone, right? Property management companies, man, think about this, man. Property management companies are gold mine. Because guess what happens? You get you 10 or 15 properties, right? Chances are you're not going to be managing. You're going to put it with a property management company. And let's say one day you and your wife, you say, hey, man, I'm tired of properties or whatever. I want to invest in cryptocurrency. What you going to do? You're going to contact that property management company and say, hey, my wife and I are getting ready to sell these properties in 60 days. I'm giving you your notice. And what's going to happen is that property management company is going to be like, man, we about to lose 15% of all of this revenue that's coming in, right? Now, if you do some of these different strategies that we do, is that I always say that if the property management company in your area or your city don't know you by name, you're not really in real estate, right? Because these are diamond in the rough. So what'll happen is, if you go over there and take you some donuts every month or whatever, they're out there shoveling a big snowstorm or whatever, go over there shoveling snow. They have a party, go over there and pop some balloons or blow up some balloons or popcorn so they can get a chance to know you by your name, right? And what tends to happen when something like this actually happens, hey, Mr. Wilson, he's getting ready to sell all these properties. Man, I know you deal with investors, and maybe if you plug them in with your investors, they'll keep these properties here and we continue to make that money. Right? So now you know about 10 or 15 properties that nobody else knows about in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So, but you can actually do this from your dining room table. There's property management companies all over the world, all over the US, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a couple of things. Of course, you can go to some bird dogs, reach out to these guys. They got bird dog groups on social media. You can plug in with them as well. REI, clubs as well, man. There's people there as well. So it's just a couple of different things that you can actually do, man, without charging or costing you any money. So to these people who are out there, man, who are getting into this business, who don't have money to buy leads and things of that nature, man, take a picture of this with your phone and go rock it, man.
Yeah.
Go rock it, man. It's some other stuff. There's some other stuff on here, man. Like I like this one right here, right? So divorce attorneys, right? So this is what normally happens. Let's say
that's all of them right there, bro.
Say it again.
That's about all the ways to find property.
Man, it's more, bro. It's definitely more. But think about this though, man. Divorce attorneys, right? So what tends to happen when a husband and wife get a property, right? They get it based on both of their income, right? So let's say the husband goes out and he does something he shouldn't do, and all of a sudden they get a divorce. The wife goes to the attorney and say, hey, listen, I want out, you know what I'm saying? And do you know any realtors or whatever the case is, right? And what he's going to do, he's going to say, hey, yeah, I know a realtor, but if that realtor is not a high-octane realtor, that listing can stay on the MLS for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And what's happening? It's depleting their savings or maybe tearing up their credit, right? So what we do, we have a letter that we send out to these divorce attorneys. And it says basically, hey, man, what do you do with the properties that need to sell immediately? Send them to us. If we close it, we send you 500 to 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, whatever the case is, right? So now, when he's talking to the people looking to get a divorce and they want to sell immediately, hey, Jay, I got a property over here, man. Somebody needs to sell quickly, man. You know what I'm saying? And look, we can get it done in 7 to 10 days if that person is motivated. So even if they're upside down, we can do a subject to. We can do an owner finance on the deal. We can do a lease option on the property. And if they willing to take all cash, we can cut them a check and give them all cash in a short period of time. So that's just a few, some ways you can actually get some deals, done without spending any money. So imagine if you hired an assistant, bro, and all her job is to set all this stuff up, because it's going to take effort to get this all set up once. But that's it. Now your phone is ringing, constantly. Takes one time to set all this stuff up and get your phone to ringing. So now this is icing on the cake. You still go out and do the other stuff that you've been doing, but this is stuff that's coming in every single day, no matter what.
Let me add one to that one, Jay.
Okay.
That nobody ever talks about that I did before is bail bonds, bail bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people that put up their house for bond.
People put up their house all the time for their bond.
Yeah.
But if they jump bond, now that collateral comes to the bail bonds place. But bail bonds to me are just like banks. Remember, they don't want property.
They don't want property. No.
Exactly.
And so when they need to unload it so that they can cash out and have that cash available again for other bonds, then you're the guy to cash them out.
So true.
And let me give you some game here, right? So we talk about bird dogs, right? Who in your neighborhood know your neighborhood better than you, other than the mailman?
Mm-hmm.
The mailman is in every neighborhood, right? So imagine you go outside one day and you see a mailman. Instead of, you go over there and bring him some water, say, man, I know you got to be tired. It's hot out here or it's cold out here, bro. Whatever the case is. Man, when you're in this neighborhood, you going door to door, bro, send me over the information of these properties that's empty. Because you know what's empty. You know what house they've been taken care of. And if I close it, I bring you on as a partner. We'll do 50-50 on it. It only take one of those deals to do with that mailman to where now, guess what? He's your guy going forward. and then what else happens, right? They all know each other, right? So all mailmen know each other. So you might have the whole city locked down. And they out there being a bird dog. They constantly send you stuff to your email all throughout the day. Hey, Jay, check this out. Hey, Jay, check this out. And you just got to make sure you take care of those people, man.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. This is crazy, man.
Pay for your referrals.
This is how you get your phone to ring.
Referrals.
Yeah, man. Come on. And see, bird dogs are used to getting 500 to 1,000 per deal that close. I bring them on as a partner. And I tell them, look, man, if I make 10, I'm going to give you 5. I'll keep 5. Just keep sending me deals, bro. Guess what? They're not going to be no bird dog for nobody else, man. It's all coming to me. I'm paying the most. Come on, bro. Yeah. Take a picture with your phone. You new guys out there, take a picture with your phone real quick. There's just a little bit inside what we've been teaching people for a minute. Let me say insurance agents as well, man. You facts, bro.
Don't forget. Don't forget the what we call here in Dallas. It's the urban docket. So those houses that are dilapidated, the code enforcement go sit in eviction court and sit in that court, and you'll find those sellers right then and there.
Yeah, man.
I used to go sit in the courtroom, and the judge
I can't clean my property up. I got your way out, lady. We'll move down to Florida.
We did plenty of deals like that when the judge told them what was coming down on them, and they come out of the courtroom and we follow them right to the elevator. Next thing you know, we all driving to the property together.
So when you hear a person say that there's no deals out there, they tripping, bro. They tripping, bro. Mm-hmm. They tripping, bro. It's a lot of things you can do from your cell phone at lunch, man. You said you work a full-time job, you get on your phone and do your thing, man. Put it down. By the time you get into your business day or whatever, you check your phone, you got voicemails, man.
That's like believing everybody millionaires. Why won't there be any deals?
Wow. Yeah.
Exactly. So
there's folks in good situations and bad situations all across, so you're not trying to capitalize on bad situations. You're actually trying to mitigate bad situations.
Right.
That's what you actually are doing, and running a business at the same time.
Yeah.
But I've never hurt a seller. I know that. I've never ever hurt. I've always, I hope to give the most I can all the time for a deal. I don't say, man, this is a great deal and they letting me go for 85. I'm gonna try to go cut them down to 45. Nah, I'm making money, good money at 85. This lady, a lot of times you're dealing with people's, it's about integrity, a lot of it, bro. That's why I think, people go far and people go, not that far in this industry because, it catches up with you.
All the time.
It catches up with you. I've seen it so many times, so.
It's been a lot of Jews dropped today, man.
I like that list you put up, man. That's like that's a strong list of different ways, different modes of how to get do real estate. I looked at that list and I can count 7 at least 7 different ways I've got real estate off that list, and you don't try to employ all of the items on that list. Pick the ones that interest you, that you can do, that you already have resources and tap into, and experiment, and go hard. Don't experiment, go hard. Everything.
And don't forget. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, Jerome.
No, I'm done.
And don't forget, man, driving for dollars, man. Still works, bro. It still works. I know that's something you probably was doing when you first got in this game, man, but you still can drive for dollars, man.
We talk about driving for dollars, though, Jay.
That's what I was doing.
But let's call it what it is. Even with driving for dollars, the best lists, the best ones are the ones that you cultivate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Fact.
Okay, those are the best ones. Your city, your public records, like you said, the driving for dollars list. All of those are the one because you're putting in the most work. Everybody don't want to go driving around.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to the courthouse.
We beat them all.
Those are your best lists.
But see, like Lenny, right? He just wanted to see this property. And what I would have done in that situation, I probably got there 15 minutes earlier. Like if I'm going to meet the seller or whatever the case is, I get there a little earlier and hit a couple blocks coming in, or maybe hit a couple coming out. So I'm hitting it, and I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I might not do the whole area, but there's a few of those blocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See
what's going on in that area. That's kind of what I do.
Definitely.
I remember I used to lock down the whole Saturday, just hit every place, man. So I ain't doing that no more. But then you can do a lot of that stuff online too. So now,
we did a lot of that during 2008, 2009. We'd go to all the new neighborhoods on Saturday, and we would walk around the neighborhoods. Because what is everybody doing on Saturday morning?
Chilling,
washing the car,
cutting
the grass. So we go over there, and people that we would see outside, we would say, hey, we heard somebody over here was looking to sell their property. Can you help me find them? Because they know everybody's business.
Yeah, right. Especially the older people
they know everybody's business.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we found. But that's how we found a lot of our subject twos.
Yeah.
And sometimes houses were vacant during that time frame. They were newer builds. They were vacant, but they didn't look vacant.
Yeah.
But the people that's out there washing their car more in their lawns know the house is vacant.
They know.
So they will say that house over there, they moved out last night because they moved out under the dark. Right. They moved out under the dark, so they thinking nobody would know what their business is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the house is vacant. Yeah. So that's how we picked up a lot of those.
Yeah.
Just by the neighbors telling us, oh yeah, that one's over there vacant, and that dude over there, he having trouble paying his mortgage. His wife is moving out because of this and that. You know everything about that neighborhood.
Yeah.
You talk to the right neighbor. Talk to the right neighbor, man.
You know everything.
Get it all.
Yeah.
So this is good dope. Jay, what's up with you, man? How you feeling, Johnny? Johnny, come get some of this knowledge.
Yeah, I'm absorbing. I
like your shirt there, brother. Death Row shirt you got on.
Oh, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was,
he didn't give his intro when he came in. I don't think it's better late.
Oh yeah.
But tell us what you do.
Tell us who you are, what you do, where you logging in from.
Oh well, I'm Johnny Leverage. Actual name, government name, Jonathan Smith. I am a wealth strategist, business advisor, and trust consultant with Eniad Infinite. And we just help take care of money problems. We make it so that way you don't have to make or wonder about crucial financial decisions. You can just spend all the time that you need focusing on whatever your grind is. If it's real estate, if it's, you got a business, you got, crypto, you in the Forex, you in the to stocks. Our goal is just to make sure that you're able to move in the most efficient manner, and not have anything to worry about.
Yeah, man. Truly an asset, man. The stuff that you do, man. It's the other side of the game.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it's the other side that a lot of us, unfortunately, we neglect or we don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you definitely is very important, man. When we first talked on the phone, I told you that. I said, listen, bro, you talk about some stuff we don't know nothing about over here, man. We need you over here, bro. Come on over here.
And that was why I was just like, look, I gotta be a part of this because I work with clients, like especially like in the insurance space, clients will do like infinite banking or they'll do some type of private banking concept where then that money is then put into real estate deals or, maybe they're going to lend that money out. So I've always, just being a fly on the wall. That's how I got into the space I'm in now. And so, like I said, Jay, I hopped on at that Saturday call with you and Jarrell on there. And I was just like, yeah, these brothers know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. And like I said, I offer a perspective on the other side of what happens when I'm out of this deal, what happens, when things are done. And I know what happens with that part, but I'm also looking at it like, okay, now that I know what happens on this side, how do I capitalize where y'all just came and brought that money and you're like, hey man, how do we protect this? Well, yeah, man. Hey, I got to make money too. So I'm here to learn from the greats, man. I'm here to learn from some brothers. Yeah.
So
thank you for having me, guys.
Man,
I was looking at the circle of guys right here, man. I'm telling you, and I'm speaking to the person who's watching this and says, man, how can I just really dedicate myself and show some initiative in what I'm trying to do? One thing I would really suggest you do is get in contact with each and every one of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
On your own terms, talking about something that's relative to you.
Yeah.
I promise you, you're gonna come off each one of us. Not like just say pick somebody, because all of us are in separate fields, all in real estate or investing, and it really takes that to really do well. You don't want to just be. That's why all of us are actually learning from each other.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys don't even see that. We're slick learning from each other because we all are so different, but all in real estate. But you can't be a jack of all trades, of course, but you can definitely, put that tool over there in that shed. And that's what you guys are to me, So I appreciate that. And that's just
tool in the shed. He just called it.
Speaking of
what you say? What do you say?
What you say? What you say?
Oh, I said tool in the shed. He didn't call me up.
Oh no! I knew man, why can't you be a chainsaw? Huh? Come on, bro. Why can't
you? Yeah. Now Johnny mentioned the Saturday call, but Jay, I told her to send me a copy of it. But one of the girls, when we first did the first Saturday meetup, she contacted me, and she just closed. She's got 2 deals on the contract. She just closed one since we've been working together, so she's doing pretty good, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, that's huge. That's huge, bro. One thing we got to do, man. We have to do a podcast mashup with everybody that's on the network. There's some people, on some other shows, man, that will really bring value to everybody, man. If we all get on a call one day, maybe do a Zoom meeting or whatever. We got to introduce y'all to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? There's some people doing some amazing things, bro.
Just don't schedule it, please, on Wednesdays at 7:30 Eastern.
You're gonna be on Wednesday at 7:30.
No,
yeah. If none of y'all met Sheila, man, I'm never around to see her the live when y'all do it, but Sheila, who's also in the Facebook group, man, she always has some great gems when it comes to mental health and taking care of yourself, man. So yeah, I love listening to her. So yeah, we definitely got to get together and put that together, Jay.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
that's why. That's why I say I love it's the polarity. I know what I focus on, as far as when I'm talking to my clients, but then being able to be on like the small business stand up podcast and hearing Sheila, like you said, those gems, from, if I'm left brain, in my approach, she's right brain. So being able to get the other side of it, because for me, it does boil down to numbers and pushing things through. But for her, it's like, all right, well, here, let's explore, what are the roots, what are the causes? Let's figure out how to correct this behavior, so it's getting even here, right? We got a side where you talking about bird dogging. So, for people who ain't got no money in the game to, that's one end of the spectrum to, Jarrell and what he does, helping people who are established become private lenders. The range from beginning to advanced, even within this podcast here, from I know myself, if you just, all right, I need some protection to, hey, look, I want to figure out how I can put $1 million in a life insurance policy. Well, sit down. I'll show you how we can do that and not have to wait a year or however long. Nah, we got some ways and methods that we can play with these 7-pay and 5-pay and 10-pay policy. I know, Jason, I know you know what I'm talking about. It's different ways, but being able to get that range of knowledge even within this small part of the group. If you're listening, tap in.
That's why I said give us all a call on your own terms, and you're gonna be like, wow, man, yeah, that's showing initiative. He's just starting out. Pick some things that each one of us said and question us about it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna learn something, and you're gonna be able to get in the deal much quicker than being a, what they call it, the webinar student,
junkie, webinar junkie, gather information, gather.
Yeah, talk to professionals, and you'll see that, and actually go out there and put your feet to the ground.
I'm gonna give a gem from my side. I'm gonna give a gem from my side, right? And this is something that I've seen a lot of my clients do. So before they'll hop into like certain, real estate deals, they'll go get an insurance policy. And that's how I learned that the cash value is considered an asset on the balance sheet. So, effectively, you may have $10,000 sitting in a savings account, and that may be what you're using as whatever the case is, but you put that inside the insurance policy, and you have it structured properly where you can take that 10K back out. Well, now you got cash and you got cash value as far as values inside of a policy. And I was like, man, you really could double down on that. And he was like, yeah, that's literally what we'll do. Of course, this is subject to each. This isn't a one size fits all, but these are ways that you can use, just different things to put yourself in a more strategic position to where, like, these guys are dealing with from private lenders to institutions, and each have their own set of underwriting criteria. Each want to see that, all right, you have something.
He's hitting on what I was talking about earlier, guys. He's hitting what I'm talking about earlier. You remember I said about capital, liquid capital that you have to show that you can do the deal. We'll go look at that. Your portfolio of your life insurance, cash value, your stocks, bonds, savings, credit, checking account, all not credit, but checking account. All that is going to be what you can use to verify your liquid assets, and
the ability to pay back,
and that allow you to qualify for loans, So like that tool he just said, that's an extra $10,000 on top of what you actually had in cash by putting into a life insurance policy and taking a loan out on it. So,
yeah. So let me show you guys this real quick before we jump up. Let me know if you guys can hear this, man. Let me just hit play for a second here. Let me know if you guys can hear that. Can y'all hear that?
Nope.
Don't see, no hear, nothing.
Let me see here.
Johnny, we'll reschedule, bud.
Yeah, man. Hey, I had a bit of a crisis. Client was taking he was taking some loans out on his policy, and had to
Okay.
call home office and put some fires out and quell some things. So my bad on that one,
It's
bro.
all good, man. I was like, oh, let me get up and get out. So something else came up. We running.
Hey, Johnny. Another thing, all that's taken care of now, boy. On my
man.
tip. Yeah, I'm action. So we going to be talking this week.
Can you guys hear this?
Yeah. I can't hear it. I can see it.
We can see it, but we can't hear it.
Dang, I don't know why we can't.
Subtitle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Never pressed
this guy right here is like he owns like he's like an author. But what did he say? He has a publishing company, right? Yeah. Publishing companies what this guy has, man. But like Les Brown did one of the what they call it when you do like the forwarding on it. There's a lot of famous people did the forwarding on his books and stuff like that.
Like a cosign, like a little review situation. Okay,
he's out of New York. Quite a few people. He got like 6, 7 books or whatever the case is. He wrote like I think he said about 4 or 5 different bestsellers for people. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his thing, man. Another gentleman here. I can't remember exactly in detail what he did, man. I was tired yesterday. So, but he's pretty cool. And I don't know if you guys remember Derek Grant, financial guy as well.
Yeah.
He pop in and every now and then as well, man. But Danielle, she does a lot with business as well, man. Setting up business structure and stuff like that. And Sheila's a therapist as well. They have a podcast on the network as well. But you got the sports channel as well, man. It's growing. It's definitely growing. We're gonna add some stuff here pretty soon, right? Right, Jay?
Oh yeah. Hey, Johnny Leverage, October 20th.
Yes, right? Sir.
October 20th. House of Cigar Lounge and Farmers Branch.
We pull that up.
Dallas, Texas, off of Midway and 635.
How you feel, man?
Man, I'm ready. I'm ready to give this game and really just kind of outline some of the stuff that I talk about, but really give some plays, right? I'm gonna be bringing the whiteboard.
Yeah. Let me ask this too, man. What's the dress code?
It's however you want to come, man. Like
all
that's
right,
so even though I'm in financial services, people, and there are times, shoot, I may put on a suit, I may not, but at the same time, I'm always just big on, hey, look, if God, if they tell you come to church, come as you are, and God will accept you as you are. Who am I to sit there and tell you need to have a dress code? Just as long as you come. It's not like
it may not be you. But some lounges, they have their dress codes, man.
Oh no, they chill. This is a lounge that it's albeit, of course it's still a private, not a private place, but it's upscale, but at the same time it's made to be a lounge.
Okay.
For when you get, there's times I'll go when I'm just leaving a meeting, be the middle of the day and just be chilling after, maybe I'll leave a golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just winding back. I may have came home and showered and changed or whatever, and it's a wholesome, welcoming environment. But and also I know the owner, so
yeah.
Willie
I know where it's at. Yeah, I know where it's at.
Yeah, but it's of course, we're not coming in with if ladies are welcome as well, but we're not, let's still keep it, let's still keep it classy for fellas. You come, I don't mind if you wear jeans, you wear whatever. Let's, of course, no sagging, no none of that. Let's still keep it, grown man. I know they got suits on there, but there's no requirement for you to wear a suit.
Hey man, yeah. I mean, I'm just asking, dude.
So I heard you say you play golf, Lev. You play golf, John?
Yeah.
Remember, man. What's your handicap?
Man, I'm not even gonna get on that.
All right, then he's not trying to tell you.
I go to the driver range. That's about it.
No.
He's trying to suck me in. He's talking.
I'm getting back, bro. Like here's the thing. I was good as a kid. As a kid, my grandparents have always played golf, so I was like playing at like 8, 9, 10, 11. But then when I got older, I wanted to play other sports. So now I'm just kind of getting back in because the power of networking. But my short game is terrible, bro.
I mean, that's the hardest part of the game most of the time. That and putting, but yeah, man. I plan on being down there on the 20th, so maybe when it kept.
Brother.
Around. I love catching around out when I go out of state, man. Seeing different areas, then seeing different courses. So I'm interested in that too, man.
We'll set something up, bro.
Definitely. I don't play golf, so
I go to the driving range. That's about it, bro. I'm trying to learn, man. I'm trying to learn.
Hey, we go to Top Golf, man. We have a happy middle ground.
That's fun. That's fun, bro. That's my speed right there. Top Golf. That's my speed right there, bro.
You know.
But listen, man. You guys are rock stars, man. I always tell you guys this, man. And by you guys being here, by just being on the earth, bro, you bringing love, man. You know what I'm saying? The hustle is contagious too. The hustle is contagious, and you guys dropping not only just taking this information, man, and feeding your family with it, which you have all the right in the world to do, but you also take the time, man, to teach others. That's what it's about. Each one of us teach one, right? Each one teach one. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So, each one teach one.
Each one teach one, man. So I'm just trying to do my part, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're here for, man. We're each here to be a blessing for the next person, because I mean, you know, I'm probably the youngest person on here, man. So I'm telling you right now, just saying that, you know, out of humility, I'm here to learn, man. Y'all each done been on this earth, you know, whether it be a few years, a couple years, whatever the case is, you done seen some things I ain't probably seen. So, you know, they say a dumb person don't learn from nobody or nothing. A smart person learn from his own mistakes, but a wise person learn from the mistakes of others. So if y'all got some lessons, y'all want to drop some gems.
Definitely got mistakes, but
I'm here. hey, but that's where the goal. That's where the goal is.
Yeah, guys, I'm Lenny. Man, I'm Lenny. I'm in Springfield, Missouri, man. I am a wholesaler. I am a buy and hold investor. Guys, hit me up tomorrow on the Wholesaling with Lenny podcast over in the Wholesaling with Lenny group. We will be live later, also on Apple, Spotify, etc., man. You guys got any deals, hit me up. Smith Financial Relief Group, allcashbuyers.org. I kept it real simple, allcashbuyers.org. So,
Lenny, when you gonna fight us all over, man? We ready to come holler at you, man.
We're gonna have to do. Okay, so I got a slot booked, right? Because I kind of wanted to do us on the Halloween side. No, seriously, because I was thinking about the date, but that'd be a Monday. But you know, I'm thinking, man, Tuesday. Excuse me. I'm thinking Wednesday. Man. The wait, what's Thursday? Oh, Thursday. My bad. I'm thinking Thursday the 13th. So
okay.
So
I'm with it, man. Just let me know.
I'll be tuning in. I'm gonna definitely be tuning in. Wholesaling with Lenny.
It's definitely going down, man.
I'm there for that, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, again, I appreciate you guys. Any last words?
No, I'm good.
Keep hope alive.
Yeah.
I got another quick meeting with my assistant, man. I got to get these deals out, man. So, all right, brother. Salute to you guys, man.
Yeah.
See y'all.
All right.
Peace. Bless, man. Let on.
Peace.